Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Automation Station, episode 140. Happy Friday, everybody. Excited to get into it. We got a great show. We're going to get some music going here. We're going to get a banner going. A lot of things happening. We are going to focus today's show on results because that's all you people want to hear about anyway. So we're going to take a closer look at how the King Condor has performed this week, how Ben and Ben Bot, our man and machine strategy soon to be released, has been performing, and much more. All right, we'll take a look at our live portfolios. I've been tracking my progress over the last 11 weeks. This quarter has been a very good quarter for a lot of PeakBot traders, myself included, up a cumulative about 27% just in that time frame. So we'll get into that and more on today's episode of the Automation Station. Thomas, how you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Ben, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there.
I had quite a long monologue before I said hello to you guys, so
that's all right.
I figured I'd get you in. Also, no comments on my shirt backstage, which is exciting. I think this is a weird shirt, but my mom got it for me for Christmas. I didn't know when else I would ever wear it.
The shirt with that.
Yeah, the hat's combo, but my hair. Huh?
Why don't you wear a backwards hat?
Because I'm a professional on a professional network here. I mean, I look ridiculous enough. I don't think I need a backwards hat.
I don't know. And have you ever talked about the no glasses on? Have you talked about no glasses yet?
Oh man, I don't like talking about myself. If you haven't noticed, no, I'm just kidding. No glasses. Look, I don't think I talk about it because I'm not fully healed. I'm still squinting at monitors. You guys will see me squinting here today. But anyway, we've got a lot going on. Does anybody have original PB Condor trades going through today? I don't think I have any on. I don't know about you guys.
I think I do.
Markets and
XSP.
We'll get some XSP action going. I've got some XSP from yesterday going into today that are going to lose. So I think I collected 39 cents yesterday. I closed this side out for 3 cents. This side will close. Let's see, how far are we in the money? We're pretty far in the money. So if I could close this right now for like 97 cents, save myself like $3, that would be kind of cool. So then my overall loss would be 39. Okay, cool. I filled at 95. So what is my loss here? So I earned 39 cents to open the trade. I paid 98 cents to close 46. The entire Condor. So overall, that's a 98 minus 39. That is 59. Is that right? $59 loss.
But isn't it 95 though? Didn't you fill at 95?
Yeah, I filled at 95 plus 3 cents.
Oh, okay. Got it.
On the other side.
Got it. 98 minus 39 is 59. You were right.
Yep.
Not terrible though. We know that can happen with Iron Condor. Okay, not necessarily 1-for-1 trade on that premium, but you're just a little less there. But that's okay. I don't know if we've ever announced this on the show. Our PB Iron Condor strategy, not to be confused with the King Condor, which has been reigning supreme, which we will get more into. No secret that it's our favorite strategy. The PB Iron Condor that Ben is talking through right here used to just trade through everything. Okay. Now, and for a little bit now, it has been following the same inactivity schedule as King Condor, meaning it will decide whether or not to place the trade based on criteria, based on where VIX is at, overnight movement on VIX, economic events, etc. So excellent. Just wanted to put that out there. Thomas, you don't have any Iron Condors trading right now, right?
No Iron Condors, just King Condor.
Okay, excellent. Jeez. So why don't we get into it? Let's go over. We also have trader trivia, which we can maybe do right now. Maybe we do that right now.
We can do that now, unless we want to see the trades come through. Or are we overseeing trades come through?
It's live? Just we know they're happening. I mean, we can mention it. You can tell us how much. What'd you say, Thomas?
I think they believe us at this point. I mean, before it was like we had to. Yeah, I mean, we had to prove ourselves, hands up, show them that we actually weren't placing these trades. But I think we've done it enough. I feel like they should know we're fully automated.
We have
some in case they didn't.
We're not great.
Oh yeah, we were so uncoordinated. Yeah. We were very uncoordinated with that.
Up to you guys. It's 12 o'clock now, so you're just. Oh, there it is.
They just happened. Oh man, I only got 35 cents today. And then we've got a test going on our King Condor strategy. So that was
Excellent.
Another trade that was just placed. Yeah, a lot of action going on today. A lot of testing.
It's GameStop. Oh, is that just okay? That was just a test.
It's a test. However, I am holding game. It's only one share.
Right.
I am going to hold it over the weekend, which is something I normally would not do.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? Why not? Excellent. All right, very cool. So Ben, Thomas, I know we've all been trading King Condor. If you're not trading King Condor on PeakBot Pro right now, we don't know what you're doing. Okay, let's get into it. We can do that or trade or trivia, whichever you guys prefer. It seems like we got a lot of people flooding in right now. Maybe I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think let's start with some King Condor, moving to trader trivia.
Okay, let's do it. So I'm gonna pull up the results here. And then I'll pull up my results as well. So we have this somewhere and we'll get it out. Okay, so this is the link, pkbt.app/KC results is going to bring you right here. Okay, so we have this mapped out on the calendar, all right, with live trades going back to the beginning of April here, okay? Everything prior to this is a back test, okay? So a ton of information here. You will see a stretch of red months there at the end of last year entering into this one with the new administration coming in, but this bot has been absolutely crushing it. Here's the trade log. I think Thomas, we might need to get the most recent loss in here.
Let me get that in there.
So we'll get that up to date, but you can see every single trade we're taking here. This is the ROI blended between back tested and live. I'll zoom in here. Since May 16th of 2022, when these contracts became available for SPX, we were looking, we've collected over $27,000 in premium in back tests. Okay. That's a 271% ROI in that time. Okay, and this is based off of a $10,000 budget going toward the strategy. All right, so we can see every single trade here. But let's talk about what happened this week. All right, we have seen 3 no trades based on VIX criteria and or economic events, and now we've got 2 trades, one that expired on the 25th and one that expired yesterday. We are going to net out for the week. Okay, this is per contract. So we're up $100 this week. On the month, we're looking at a 5.2% return, having brought home $525 so far. And I guess we have a chance. No, because we track this by expiring, right? So this will round out our June number here. All right, so 5.2% on the King Condor 1DTE SPX strategy. All right, and as we look back here, May was an absolute fun time, and we'll show my personal results and how we've been crushing it on this strategy. But over a 13% return in May alone, over $1,300 made trading just one contract. Okay, and again, we're going to talk about this strategy ad nauseum because, you know, it's our star player right now. But notice that it trades just as much as it does not. And we've already talked about that.
I really like June, because June we did not trade, or the bot did not trade a lot. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades, and then Monday will be, because we're going to get into a trade today.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a total of 7 trades throughout the month of June. And as you can see, the results are it shows that you don't have to be trading frequently to win, right?
Again,
pick your spots, get your good setups, and let the market do its thing.
Yeah.
And when we say pick your spots, we mean let the bot
do it. Let the bot pick your spot.
Let it do it for you.
Yes. So again, only trades SPX. It's a 1DTE strategy, $10 spread on SPX. has been doing incredibly well. Let's take a look at the impact here. All right, so this is my 2 Tradier accounts this quarter. Okay, we can see I actually left comments here. This is when King Condor started to crush. So we can see the weeks here. I mean, a 5% week, 8% week on the overall portfolio. Again, I'm trading wheel on Walmart, making like $30 a week, and the occasional trend spread trade, that's even been weeks. So this is truly just off of the back of King Condor here. This account on the left-hand side, this is not even including this week. I think I'll net a couple $100 this week. We'll see. But in the last 11 weeks, this account here is up over $3,100, which is a 25% ROI. And in my secondary account here, pretty similar, but even better, over $3,500 in gains and a 30%, just shy of 30%, 29.8% ROI. And again, I'll update this over the weekend for this week here. But those are incredible results, guys. And they're only, I can't say that. I can't say they're only going to get better, but I mean, we are getting stronger bots out on the market here over the next few weeks, as well as a perfect complement to King Condor and the wheel and others. So, yeah, look, we got to go through this. We got to show the results actually working for people. So again, head on over to pkbt.app/KC results. Ben, I don't know about you, Thomas. I think we need a checkout button right here. I think we need a sign up button. I mean, come on, right? What are we doing?
Would be nice.
What are we doing? Thomas, make a card.
Make a card. Make a card.
We need a sign up for PeakBot Pro button right here. Because people aren't going to be able to resist it, truthfully. Okay. Talking too much again. Hey, Doug.
Doug. I didn't see Doug last week. We didn't have Doug last week. We're not going to see Doug next Friday for the 4th.
No, we'll be busy celebrating this country. Okay. Where do we go from here, guys? Obviously, look, tell them you guys are in on the King Condor crushes here, right? I mean, you guys are seeing the same results as are all of our subscribers. You did say, and I apologize on my mistake there, I thought we would have had enough of an overnight gap on the VIX to not place the trade today, but I guess we're in the zone and we're going to get in.
Yeah, we'll be placing trades today per bot criteria.
All right.
Doug, it's all right. Everybody's been busy. So King Condor has been great. If you want to try King Condor out for free, you're going to want to stay tuned here for Trader Trivia. After Trader Trivia, I think we should get into some BenBot results, which I think I might want to rename. We might want to call it something else.
People kind of been liking it though. People kind of get a smile, or they're at least like, "Oh, what's that?" So, and look, if you don't have the confidence to be associated with it, then yeah, we'll rename it.
Did Thomas just call it cute?
Cute. BenBot.
Yeah, okay. We're definitely changing it.
Definitely going to change the name. All right, so if you want to try out the King Condor for free for a month, you're going to answer this question. You're going to text us 973-888-1166. Phone number is on screen here.
Oh, email.
It's right here. Here.
Oh yeah. Our text line is down. Our text line is down.
Right.
Email us, experience@peakbot.com, please.
Email us and we will send you a link to get started for 1 month for free. That is a $99 value. And you could trade King Condor. Soon to be able to trade Shorebo and BenBot, which are PutterBart next gen suite of bots. All right.
May I?
Question.
I'm the worst. But I need them to know that the bot King Condor enters after 3 p.m. today, so they have time to get in today if they got cash in a broker account. All right,
you got cash. You're proper off the level. You got it.
Get the last trade of June. All right. Question is, which of the following stock symbols belongs to a company known for running the New York Stock Exchange? Is it A, TSLA, B, CME, C, ICE, or D, NYSE? Think about it.
I'm terrified right now because
I'm actually really scared. Part of me feels like it could be like CME, but it's like obviously going to be NYSE.
You're not supposed to know the answer for the good people, but
make sure you read the question. Make sure you read the question. So while you guys were reading the question and sending that answer into our email, experience@peakbot.com, do not text us. We won't get it. We will go through a quick did you know? Did you know that the stock market has circuit breakers just like video games? So when the market drops too fast, and we actually saw this a lot, we saw it during the GameStop bonanza. We saw it during COVID. There's Doug, that shouldn't be a consequence. If you're wrong, do you lose PeakBot? Because I think these guys would lose PeakBot. So if the S&P falls 7%, 13%, or 20% in a single day, then the market will actually stop. It'll stop trading for, I think it's 5 minutes. I think the circuit breakers for 5 minutes. I think if it happens twice, it might go to 15 minutes, but I'm pretty sure the first break is 5 minutes. At least that's what it is on an individual ticker. So get those answers into our email. We'll answer this question. When is the Flybot coming out? Assuming you're talking about the trendy Flybot, we're adding a couple more features. So John, Trendy Trader, wanted to add in the ability to trim profits. So that's going to take about another week of testing. If you want in on the test group, send us an email to experience@peakbot.com. We can get you in on the test group, but then we're going to do a soft launch and launch that bot out. I would say mid-July. Mid-July is the target. We just want to make sure that these trim levels for the profit are working properly. All right, so are you guys ready for the trader trivia answer?
Wait, we didn't guess.
Okay.
Well, you have me over here like
All right.
searching CME. Like I know what CME group is, or I thought,
Wait,
my answer is
you
D.
looked it up?
My answer is D.
See, D feels right, but D feels obvious because it says running the New York.
Doug says if you get it wrong, you lose access to PeakBot, so he thinks it's the obvious one. I trust Doug.
We don't know what Doug thinks.
I don't even know Doug.
I know Doug knows the answer.
I know he knows, but I'm afraid to go D, but I feel like it's got to be D, right?
Oh, what's ICE?
I don't want to bet.
I don't
All
know.
right, you're looking it up. You're looking it up.
I'm
now.
looking it up. I'm not
All
trying
right,
to get
the answer is C.
Yeah. Intercontinental
Exchange, and that is the company that owns and operates the New York Stock Exchange. Most people assume NYSE might be a ticker, but it's not publicly traded under that symbol.
All right, I want to know if Doug was wrong and if he loses access to PeakBot. Doug, come clean.
Doug answered. Doug said C.
Oh, he did say C. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
All right, Doug. We might need to. One day we'll meet Doug in person.
That was a tricky one. That was a really tricky one.
I mean, yeah. Trading at $182 a share right now, by the way.
Very nice.
Up 22% on the year.
Wow.
Nice to be them.
I think Condor still beats it, right?
That's right.
We're beating the market, literally and figuratively.
A scandal with the senator from my state. Okay.
I feel like Doug would be great at like bar trivia.
Yeah. He's got it in him.
Doug, are you a big bar trivia guy? I think you would know a lot about a lot.
All right. While he's answering that, I'm going to tune you up, Ben. Get ready for the really cute Ben bot. All right. So give me a second here. I'm going to get it up on the website, and then we're going to have the calendar here, and then I'm going to hand it over to you if you want to share.
I've got my list. If we want to look at a nice looking calendar, we can look
Let
at
me
that.
introduce it first. I promise I think these numbers are going to be a little bit easier for people to digest on our pricing on our site, and then I want you to show every individual trade here.
That's pretty funny, Doug. Yeah, nice.
Got it.
Oh, I remember that scandal.
Can we place Doug? Now we should play like this game where we place we drop a pin on where exactly we think Doug is. We got to find out the state he's referring to. All right, Ben Bot. Okay. You will find this at peakbot.com. Click on bots and click on strategies here. BenBot is one of our next gen strategies. Call it a man and machine strategy. Okay.
Zoom in.
utilizing an algorithm, one of our bots to get into the trade, and then with manual adjustments made throughout the day. It is a daily covered call strategy on IWM specifically. So the numbers you're going to see here is the Ben bot returning green and IWM's actual return in that time. Little capital intensive here, okay? You need to be able to buy 100 shares of IWM every day, all right? And then sell calls against it to collect premium. So you can see the starting capital here. You can see the annualized return, the win rate. We have average wins, average losses, okay? But we're winning 72% of the time, all right? Largest loss has only been $700 to this point. This is the number we love, okay? We love a little 2.8% drawdown. That is exactly what we're looking for. Ben, correct me if I'm wrong. These are all live trade results here.
Yeah, we don't have the capability to back test what goes on in my brain, so we can't back test a set of criteria.
All right, calling us out live on air. We got to fix that. Okay.
Whoa, 2022.
Whoa now. Somebody's going to be paying for that in the typo jar. It's going to be getting some pizza on Ben. Okay. All right. Bot order details. Again, IWM. It's a 0 DTE. No overnight risk. Okay. Covered calls with adjusting orders. And Ben's going to walk you through the entry features, the exit features, and more importantly, the real results. So, Ben, I'll hand it off to you. I just wanted people to get a nice little visual.
Sure. Keep that on screen. Never mind.
Here we go.
Yeah, keep it on screen. I've got my Google Sheet with my most recent results pulled up, which I'll share in a minute, but it's kind of nice having that on the website on screen while I talk through it. So the way this strategy works is pretty much right after the open, right in the morning. First thing, we're going to buy 100 shares of IWM. And at the same time, we're going to sell one call. And that's also known as a covered call. So we're going to get into a covered call basically 2 or 3 minutes after the open. So almost right away. And throughout the day, I'm monitoring that position and I'm looking to see if there's some sort of direction formed in the first 30 minutes. And if it looks like we might be heading down in the first 30 minutes and that might be a trend for the rest of the day, then I'm going to go ahead and roll that covered call down once we earn about 80 to 90% of premium on that covered call. And then I'm going to roll it down so that way we collect some more premium. It's going to help with any losses we might incur. Now, that happens about, I'll call it 45% of the time. Actually, less than that, probably 35% of the time, because we have some win result percentages here. Because sometimes we will roll down and we will still win the trade on the day. Now, on the flip side, if we get in and price just goes up and keeps going up, we're going to put an order out to just close that covered call. We're going to buy it back essentially for 5 cents. So we're going to get a gain on the shares, and we're going to get a gain. Mainly just a gain on the shares, and then we're going to pay our covered call back. But the gain on the shares is what really earns us the revenue there. So day to day, we don't really know what's going to happen. Day to day, I'm watching this, and if, like I said, if price is moving down, we're going to make adjustments. If price is moving up, we're just going to have an order out there to close that position early. Sometimes a winning position will close out by noon. I think the earliest I've ever seen this strategy close out was at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, so 2 hours after the market opened. But normally we're closing out close to the bell, right around anytime between 3:45 and 4 o'clock Eastern. So this particular strategy, I would not trade it on a half day. So I think next week, July 3rd, day before 4th of July, market will be closed. July 3rd, I think we have a half day. We'll not be trading this strategy on that half day, just because there's not enough premium to deal with the move down. So that's the basics of the strategy. And you can see here, May absolutely crushed. This is a nice way to look at the results. If we want to, I could just can put up my,
here, I'll stop sharing mine. Go ahead.
Yeah, here we go. My spreadsheet here. I'll zoom in just a second. Where'd that sheet go? So this is my trade log. And this is all directly from my trading account. As we can see here, we're gearing up for a $93 win today. We had a $59 win yesterday. But what does all this look like in summary? Well, here's the summary for the past couple of months. Pretty good March, decent April, really, really good May, a bit of a slower June. We still have Monday. So if we close out with a win today and we close out with a win Monday, this number will be closer to 550, 500-ish, somewhere between 500 and 550, I would estimate. So overall, I'm not going to complain about that, right? If we look at how consistent this has been, like 4% return, 3.46, even if I ended up with a 2% return for June, I love that. If I can get 2% a month on this strategy, that's 24% in a year. Nobody is going to complain. Well, I'm sure people would complain about that.
People will.
But in March, April, and May, this strategy has beat the actual movement of IWM itself. This might be the first month where IWM's movement will beat the strategy. But if we look at total to date from when I started trading this strategy, which was March 5th, I'm currently up 15.2%. IWM is up 3%. And I personally feel very secure about this strategy because I'm not holding anything overnight. There's no overnight exposure. Selling calls, which is going to hedge my position on a down day. It's going to make our losses hurt less. And I can continue to collect premium on the way down to pad those losses. And we can see here the new averages, which we'll update the website at the end of this month so we can get all of June's updated data in there. The average win is now $119 a day. The average loss is now $148 a day. The win rate has gone down a little bit. I think on the website we have like 72%. This is 70.9%. Average win, average loss has changed just a little bit. And through this whole time, I've only needed up to $21,536 in cash to trade. Now I do need $25,000 in the account because it's day trading and I need to make sure I'm not going to break the PDT rules and put myself in PDT jail. But that's the strategy. Bunch of numbers on screen here. I know that it doesn't all make sense, but that's why it's clean on the website and looks good. But this is my journal where I'm tracking everything. I am trading this on a broker that we will not name on this show, but the PeakBot itself is traded on Tradier, but all of these trades are from a different broker.
Excellent. So yes, a couple things of note. Need 25K has been mentioned. Day trading strategy, buying IWM, selling shares against it, no overnight risks. So very fun strategy. If you're interested in the PeakBot, okay, it's in beta now. But if you're interested, email us, tell us you're interested and you want to get on the wait list for PeakBot. This could be what, Ben, a couple weeks, we'll say, until it's fully ready and live. I know we said sooner, but just to give us a little bit of a bump.
we're in beta right now. We could say a couple weeks till it's fully launched.
Okay, excellent. Email us, experience@peakbot.com. Let us know you are interested in the PeakBot, and we will have you at the top of the list when it is released. Give you a call and get you set up. Fellas, do we want to talk about our third next-gen strategy in Shorebo, or do we want to save that for next episode? Because that one might even be coming sooner.
That one, I think we might be releasing it on Monday. We'll see.
Okay.
So then maybe it's a Monday morning mark discussion.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe we mention that Monday. Just for high-level idea, you can find out at peakbot.com/strategies, or you can just click on the bots tab on our site. You guys can see it here. We have a 59% average annual back-tested return. Okay, only going to be available for PeakBot Pro subscribers. Of course, now the only option for PeakBot traders. Starting capital with $10,000. Okay, that's what the back test was built with, and how the bot was built with that much runway to get started. So you can see obviously a fantastic return in the back test period going back to May of 2022. Average win of 150, average loss of around 260. But again, we've got about a 72% win rate here. So max drawdown is 14%, a little bit higher than we've seen on the other strategies, but is a $5 spread and we are taking the sold strike either above or below, $10 above or below the money there. So another great strategy with a ton of back tested results, as you guys can see here. And this is in beta right now. Mentioned could be live Monday. Did we see a trade? Did we see a win from this today or yesterday? I think somebody tweeted that.
Yep, Shorbo won yesterday.
Yeah, Shorbo won yesterday. We got a nice tweet about it from a beta tester. So
Shorbo
more information
will probably win today as well.
Nice.
Although I did not like the premium we got on it today. We only got 85 cents on it.
Yeah. So that is significantly lower than the average. But yes, Shorbo, another fantastic strategy that is going to be. And Ben, we got a little work to do. We got to update our model portfolio for next quarter. And
that's right.
We'll see King Condor, BenBot, and Shorbo all in the mix in most market conditions, truthfully. So, all right. What else, guys? Do we want to see if we're heading into anything next week?
Let's see what we got going on next week. I could share screen here. And then let's talk about our strategies going into next week. What are we going to be trading? All right, let's get my screen up. Here we go. So going into next week, we've got not much going on Monday, which trading King Condor over the weekend. I'm always kind of hesitant to trade King Condor over the weekend, but not much going on Monday. I just hope that all of this world news stuff that's been happening is not going to happen over the weekend. On Tuesday, we've got Powell giving some sort of speech. I'm actually just seeing this for the first time, so I got to look into that. What's he talking about? I don't know. Jobs data. What's that, Thomas?
Do they give information if you click the drop down there?
No, not really. They just talk about, in general, what FOMC is. I have been actually digging this website, Financial Juice. This is pretty cool. They've got a nice calendar on the left side here, and then there's like breaking news in the middle. So this is kind of cool. This does show a bit more data than TradingView does.
I guess Trump thinks crypto is funny. Breaking as of 1 minute ago.
Yeah. So we're checking websites like this. We're checking President Trump's calendar. This is the calendar that we're checking. What's he got going on today?
Does anybody know his middle name?
John.
John. I'm assuming John, but I don't know.
Yeah, Dylan, how do you not know that? He goes by Donald J. Trump.
I knew his name. I knew it was Jay.
Oh, you didn't know what it was. Gotcha.
So, anyways, we're looking at all these different websites to get an idea of what's going on, because that could impact the bots. Yeah. So Wednesday, July 2nd, a lot of data, nothing major. July 3rd, non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, those could be somewhat scary. And then, like I said, I think the markets, we got a half day on Thursday. And then, of course, we're closed on July 4th. Yeah, let me double check that.
I don't think we get half days on the day before the 4th of July. Because I know New Year's Eve was a full day. And New Year's Day we're closed. But I don't think...
Here we go. New York Stock Exchange, trading days, holiday hours. All right, this is for days off. So yeah, it's not going to be on the days off list. Yeah, so okay, in the asterisk.
Where's Doug when you need him? Doug?
It's closed, yeah, confirmed. Closes at 1 p.m. Eastern on the 3rd.
Doug knows.
Doug's got your back.
No. All right.
And then we're off on July 4th. I much prefer being closed on a Friday going into the next week, not like Juneteenth last week where we closed on a Thursday opened again on a Friday, then closed for the weekend, of course.
Yeah.
That just makes things more of a headache to think about.
It's a good day off.
Huh?
It's like a nice midweek break.
Yeah, it kind of messes with my head a little bit, though.
It does. I thought it was Friday or Saturday.
Thomas, what's your plan for next week with your portfolio, man?
King Condor, a little bit of Max. That's pretty much it. I don't know. Like I've just been kind of keeping it simple, keeping it next gen, I guess.
You are
Maybe-
keeping it next gen.
Maybe I'll throw a Shorebo in there.
And you are, oh yeah. If Shorebo goes live, when Shorebo goes live, obviously we're all in. Here's my account quickly. I'm gonna continue to wheel Walmart. This is by the way, I'm breaking even on the week. This is exactly where I was at on this account last week. And that's due to my Walmart shares kind of going all over the place. And just a net, again, we're gonna net about $100 on King Condor, but gonna end up making about 30-ish bucks here on my rent check from Walmart while I own these shares at 98. So that's another green week on the wheel. So I'm gonna be doing that. King Condor.
What's Walmart currently trading? I can't see it.
97.68.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Very
I'm right
nice.
in my wheelhouse. So I've made up all my money from the loss on the shares because I've just held the bag here and I've been collecting premium the whole time. So definitely a net gain on Walmart still this year. Obviously, Walmart crushed it for me last year. But yeah, so wheel on Walmart, 2x on King Condor. If Shorebo goes live next week, I'm going to be jumping in on that. And I've been light on trend spread. You want to know what? I just don't feel like picking stocks anymore. Hate to say it.
With the next gen bots, you don't have to.
Why? Yeah, stock specific. I'm trading SPX. Going to be on IWM with BenBot. And no need to overthink it more than that. So, guys, unless you have anything else, I think that'll do it here. Am I missing anything?
I think for me at least, I think I'm officially going to retire the PB Condor. XSP, I think I'm done. I ran my results since the beginning of the year, running XSP every single day that I traded. And out of all of that, I'm up $50. So, and actually after today, I'm down.
True.
So now I'm down $40.
All right. So you'll put that one to bed. And I'm sorry, I did not ask what your moves were. That was very rude by me.
You didn't.
You were probably ready for that. All right. So you're putting PB Iron Condor to bed. Are you messing around with trend spread? Doesn't seem like you are right now.
No, I don't think so. Although I think I want to.
Okay. The watch list is tempting.
The watch list looks good. I like the new watch list. I like that the selections are much reduced and you get a much clearer picture of what good setups look like. I just haven't had the time to pop it open and spend the 15-20 minutes I usually spend on it.
What if I gave you 2 minutes right now to go select your favorite stock from the watch list live? And if you love it enough, you'll take it. And if I love it enough, I'll take it.
All right. I like that. Let's do it. Okay. So we're going to go to alert.peakbot.com.
I'm going in.
And this is where you can also subscribe to our alerts for just $5 a week, which will soon be changing. We've updated our pricing for our bots. We will be updating pricing shortly for alerts. So I'm going to go to the detailed trend spread list. And I'm going to sort by ROI, like looking at ROI. And then I'm looking at Tesla because it's bullish. I don't want neutral. I don't think I want a Condor right now. Actually, I'm going to sort by EV. Let's do that.
You know what we didn't end up talking about?
What?
Squeezebots game yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
We could talk about that. We can talk about that. I do want just $100 spread. United Airlines is tempting, although it is a Condor. 18% ROI. Only need $100. Potentially win 18. Let's go up a little bit higher. All right, Chevron's going to be the one. I'm going to look at it on a chart in a minute, but if I can make $23 on $100 here on Chevron. Let's do it. Selling the 140 and the 146. So let's take a look at that.
So you are going. All core 4 criteria is a neutral play on here. Any setup that has everything I'm looking for is a condor.
Yeah, so that's the range we need to stay in between going into next week.
Big
Now,
red bar there.
Yeah, I mean, if something happens in the Middle East, I'm screwed. So yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna take this one. All right, let's not do this.
Okay, let's not do that.
Thomas, you want to talk about the gain yesterday on Squeeze?
Yeah, here, pull it up on the chart. It was what was the ticker? It was INMB. Nice little squeeze.
Look at that.
Right there in the overnight movement.
So the bot picked it up after this bounce up, right? And then got it on this pullback, I think. And then hold. Bam. Another gap up. And I think on a pullback, people got out like right around here.
Yeah, so people actually got in at around 9:12. That was people's entry, and they all got out on the exits of around 11:30. Some got out at 12 or close to 12. A lot of people got in at around 9:12, and the exit was anywhere from like $11.50 to like $12.
Awesome. So what percent is that? That's like
Here, let's see. We'll take Wes's gain.
that's like a 30 to 40% gain. Yeah. Wes is the founder of Squeeze Finder,
Yes.
and the Squeeze bot is based off of his proprietary formula to find these short squeeze opportunities.
So it was about a
SqueezeFinder.peakbot.com.
30% gain.
30?
30?
It was a 30% gain. If you had exited at any point that you wanted of, you could have gotten as high as around 117%.
Wow.
Yeah, that's fun.
It ran.
And by the way, let's talk about where it's at now.
Yeah.
We're back.
We're back at right where you started.
Yeah. So
I mean,
that's,
you usually see that with these squeezes.
yeah.
They're just
So
up and out, and they're very interesting to just kind of watch. Like I was watching it live on the chart, just kind of tickle up for a little bit, and it was kind of interesting.
yeah, that's a lot of fun for those who are looking for a short squeeze and those types of trades. This is again kind of one of these, it is fully automated, really good at entries, unbelievable entry as you saw here on this example. And then based on your level of your goal and maybe your greed, you can either manage out of the position or just let it go. And it does have a trailing stop built in on the take profits. So
Yeah.
okay, excellent. Thomas, thank you so much for mentioning that. It's a big deal. If you're interested, go on over to squeezefinder.peakbot.com, and they have a proprietary scanner, as Ben mentioned, with all of the squeeze scores. Okay, and it's very simple user experience. Just go in and select the ones that you like, allocate your budget, and let the bot do the rest. So you'll see a lot of activity over there when the criteria or when the market is right. Cool. I think that's it, guys.
All right.
Let's get on out of here. And again, head on over to peakbot.com for access to PeakBot Pro, all of our current strategies and every new strategy. Okay. $99 a month where you can sign up for annual for 2 months off. Okay. So thank you so much for joining. We will be back Monday morning to talk a little bit more about Shorebo and other bots with Mark Phillips from Harvested Financial. And we'll be back next Friday, same time, same place. Thank you so much. And as always, we'll see you at the peak. Take care.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.